It's up to you. I don't care. I got a lot of shit in my head to get out, so I mean, if you prefer something else, I'll go over something else. But if not, I'll just roll with this. All right, I'll just roll with 13 Fs then. Okay, so obviously there's two places I recommend to get this data from. First of all, Sec Edgar and Fintel. Sec Edgar is what you would want to check if you were in a situation like GameStop where you want to verify everything. But for shit like, China plays or our core plays here, I don't think it's worth the double checking. But if something doesn't look right, then yeah, I would go ahead and double check. So obviously Fintel is going to be the easier one to look at because they have everything organized for you. And basically all Fintel is, I'm going to pull up Sec Edgar real quick, put them side by side. And to do it, I believe, I should have it bookmarked up here, but I don't. Where's the full text search? I need to fucking just bookmark this. Anyways, full text search. This is it right here. So the way you use it, let me put these side by side. And Fintel. And I would never recommend paying for this. If you're paying for this shit from Fintel, I would not recommend that. Because once you find out what they're selling you, I mean, it's not worth the money at all. Because literally what this is on the left-hand side is exactly what this is on the right-hand side. It's the same data, just reformatted. And they add in some bullshit that's not even accurate. So, things to ignore from Fintel. We're looking at GameStop as an example. I know everyone's excited. All their little titties are jacked because we're right back where we were last year. Hell yeah. But yeah, this is GameStop. You get a couple of information, or a couple of key points that are useful. LEI number is here. If you ever need to find an LEI number for something, like if you don't know what something is, like if it's like a weird US 68942 whatever security, and you don't know what it is, you can just copy and paste the LEI number, and it'll tell you what it is. Because oftentimes Fintel won't do that. Like for example, it'll look like this bond here from GameStop, like US 36467, but it wouldn't say GameStop on it, for example. As far as what data on here is useful on the Fintel side, you got to be careful with what you go with. The overview, I never use that. I literally only come here to look at owners, and I'll look at institutional owners. And I'm gonna full screen this. I'll just scroll down, and this percentage here, I don't know if it's accurate or not. Because I think it may double count it when they account for like mutual funds and things like that. Like right here where it says click for advisory, it says this fund is listed as a child fund of Schwab, and if that institution has disclosed ownership in the security, then these positions will not be double counted when calculating total shares and total value. So I don't know, because oftentimes this will be like a ridiculous number. I'm not sure if it's a result of this or not, but that's when Sec Edgar comes in handy. But anyways, when you first look at the 13Fs, there's a few things to pay attention to. Number one is the shares that are there. Now, the second thing is Fintel. The one reason why I like it is because they do a nice little thing where they color code it for you. If it's white and it's not a color, that means they've already had this position established. That means the only thing you need to look at, if it's non-shaded green or red, is the shares changed percentile. That is the only thing that you need to worry about. Current shares they have and the percent change is the only thing to look at. Sure, you can glance at value. Isn't really important. Not too much. I look at the shares percent changed and the shares. As you can see, there's no lock symbol on it. It's free data. Same shit you can get from Sec Edgar, which I'll show you in a second. And yeah, that's literally basically all you need is the shares percent changed and the share amount. That's how you can gauge, are they buying more? Are they selling? What's the difference? That's literally it, this column here. Now on this side, obviously the name, this is not in any specific order other than the date. It's going to come in as they come in order of date. Now the other important thing to look at is the source. There's going to be NP. Whenever you see NP, that is an ETF filing. It's called an import. 13F/A is a 13F that was amended. So Heritage Wealth Advisors filed a 13F, and then they went back and they amended it, which is why you see the /A that stands for amended. And you can see here that, I mean, I guess they didn't change anything, but it's amended. Again, Fintel's buggy, so that's something we can verify. So to verify this, now I'll bring in Sec Edgar. So Heritage Wealth Advisors, you can either do it two ways. You can go in here to Heritage Wealth and get their CIK number, or you can just type the name in here, or the company name in here, which is the easiest way to do it. Heritage Wealth Advisors. And then 2022, 326. And see, they could have updated this because this was filed today, but I don't know. Oh, that was today, was it? No, that's 26th. So this is late on reporting it. So go in here and see what's changed. Same thing. And this is what they actually look like, right? The amendments. SEC hasn't reviewed it yet. It's right here. Amendment number 1 is a restatement. And I don't know if you get any details on this specific document. Oh, there you go. Okay. Report summary. Number of other included managers. Yeah, so Fintel's just late on that one. So this information should update. But that's why, that's why you don't pay for Fintel's, because literally, if you go into this stuff, like let's go into a 13G from GameStop real quick, or 13G from GameStop. Let's go in here. Any of these will work, and then we'll just go to GameStop. They have puts open. This is AdvisorNet. Then we hit Control F, and then we go to GameStop. They have 10,000 puts. %, ownership there, badass. You see how GameStop's ownership dropped off a cliff after July when they set up that standing repo facility? Goddamn, hold on one second. Alright, sorry about that. So anyways, whenever you want to look at like GameStop's 13F that was filed by this company, you just click that little square with the arrow on it. And then you can go down here, and then you see Form 13F. This will take you straight to Edgar. This is exactly what Edgar would look like if I went that route. So let's go GameStop. And what was this? This was 2022 1/19. And you can do it by date also, which is very helpful. So for example, you got to do it in a certain format, 2022-01/18. Let's do that just in case. 01/21. No results. You bastard. There we go. Which one did we do? Heritage, right? I guess any of these will work, so I can show you what they look like. This is what the 13Fs look like. And this is where Fintel gets their data from, right? So you have basically the same thing. So if we go back here, we put Fintel back up. That's Edgar. And we go back to that main page that we were at over here. So look, shares, whether it's a put or call, CUSIP number, which you don't even get the CUSIP number from Fintel. The name of the issuer. They just changed the column headers, and that's basically it. Those bad, and they charge you $60 every quarter. So anyways, you got the name, you got the title of the class, you got the CUSIP number, you got the value, which value. What Fintel does for you is they calculate the shares changed percent. They go off the latest filing, and then the new one that comes in, they do the math for you, which is nice. It saves you some time. But one thing they don't give you, and that you can only get on Edgar, is voting rights. You see here, column 7, column 8, sole means they have sole discretion over these voting rights. Shared means they share it with multiple, like a pooled investment or multiple managers. And then none means they have no voting rights likely being used to share lend. So as you can see here, all of these have voting rights for this 13F. And the difference, again, between a 13F and a 13G, I'll show you 13G in a second, is the fact that 13Fs are required to be filed quarterly from anyone that owns more than $100 million in AUM, and a 13G must be filed when 5% or more of a company is acquired. So that's a 13F right there. GameStop Corp, we can see right here, 5 shares. I mean, that's got to be a joke. That's accurate. That's what the filing says. It's straight from the SEC. So interesting shit. 5 shares. Now, an import. I want to show you what an import looks like. So let's do this from Fintel, because I know a lot of you are going to be using this from Fintel. So let's just do it from here. So if you want to look at one of these imports, we looked at a 13F/A, which is an amended 13F. It just shows you, hey, it's been amended, 13F. If you want to look at the positions of the 13F, you can just click on whatever company it is, scroll down, and then now you have that company's giant list of holdings. And then if you want to click on whatever company's in here, then you get their giant list of holdings. And it's a giant fucking rabbit hole that never ends. So that's why it'd be very easy to link this shit together. With Fintel, you just got to be careful with accuracy. So, and the format, by the way, whenever you're scrolling from top to bottom, no matter what company, you're always going to scroll down. You're going to see what it's listed under right here on the top. You're going to see this little section, which we went over, and then you're going to see 13 Gs are going to appear first, because those are going to be the major holders, right? So that's where your RC Ventures is, your Maverick Capital, which dumped their position, Sinvest dumped theirs. Then who do you have left? You have RC Ventures, Susquehanna, Vanguard, Dimensional Fund, which they're actually basically out, and then BlackRock. So BlackRock, Vanguard, Ryan Cohen, and Susquehanna are the biggest shareholders, represented by 13G. Now, if you look at it, Ryan Cohen filed a 13D, which is a little bit different. It comes from the inside the company. Now, if we go to Vanguard, their 13G, this is the one that they obviously acquired more than 5%. You can go and read this if you want. And again, Fintel gives you the voting rights here for the 13Gs, but not the 13F for some reason. Unless they've updated that. So, and they could have updated it. So right here they tell you that they own 777%. Aggregate amount beneficially owned by each reporting person, 5.9 million. You know, this is important stuff to know if you want to know. Okay, like for example, if we go to, let's go to like a pension fund, right? To see what their ownership rights look like Sun America Series Trust. Let's go there. Let me go to Google. No, not Google. GameStop. I clicked the wrong link. I mean, you see all by the way, lately it's all ETFs, all NPs. Actually, let's go to Fidelity. Let's do one of those. Nationwide is not on your side. And this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so Fintel, whenever you want to look up import filings, like the legit import, what it looks like, you can't do it from Fintel for some reason. They still haven't updated it. So what we got to do is this is where sec editor comes back in handy because you have to use it now. Because if Fintel doesn't show you, now you got to go back to Edgar, and then you look for the import from okay, come on, bitch. Oh, right, the dates. The dates! And don't do this baked, by the way. Not recommended. Yeah, so 13D, beneficial owner within the company. 13G, 5% or more. We should see our imports that we want to look at. And by the way, no one talked about these. I found these like last year. These correspondence letters and shit. Like, no one ever even brought these up. Okay, I can't get distracted on tangents. Where's Susquehanna? Oh, right there. So here's Susquehanna. They just filed their 13G. This is what the legit 13G looks like in the Sec Edgar. So literally they just pull the same data straight from this shit, put it right into Fintel, and then charge people for it. So they own 4% there. And then they'll also break it apart and tell you which affiliates are involved. So for example, we have, let's see here, G1 Execution Services is joint filing here with Susquehanna Fundamental Investments LLC, Susquehanna Investment Group, Susquehanna Securities LLC, and that looks about it. So there can be multiple affiliates within one, 13G, which that's crime. So again, to find that import we were looking for, this is their QSIP number here, and that we want nationwide, because we want to see the disposition power for voting, so I can show you the share lending, what share lending vehicles look like. That's right, nationwide, and then we want GameStop. And by the way, their search system on here is fucked up. Like, it looks like me being retarded, but you'll see when you try to use it, like, shit does not show up unless you search for it a very, very specific way. So let's do this. Like, yeah, I gotta use the quotes and utilize all that shit. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's do GameStop. Son of a bitch. There's no fucking way. There's so many filings. Alright, here we go. This is an import. This is what it looks like, the actual import. So you get like the company information on here. You'll get, does the fund anticipate that this will be its final filing on form import? And I'll say yes or no. Assets, liabilities, information about the fund. It has a lot of information on here. This is shit I'm looking to integrate with a bot or something that no one has even fucking thought of, because you get very important details about information that, without knowing it's there, you wouldn't know where to look to get it. And here's your evidence of share lending. You got negative total returns. Oh, never mind. It's marked no. So maybe it's because it's a mutual fund. We need to find an insurance company. That's an INSIN. INSIN's a little bit different. This is a form for a registered investment company, which is categorized a little bit differently than. Okay, okay, the same information. Share lending. Golly, these files are so big it takes so long to load them. Come on, bitch, hurry up. these prospect, like they do offerings all the time. Like there's a lot. I mean, if you want to know how many filings there are, look at this shit. Look at all these filings, bro. This is how many different types of filings there are. All of this shit. Let's do it by import. And I mean, this is it takes a little bit of work to find this shit. It's not easy, trust me. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, and hopefully they'll be changing this. They've been saying there's going to be updates on Edgar for quite a while. Like they don't even have a straight up import on here to search with. That's the problem. They don't, I mean, there's an import P, which I mean it may work under that. All right, let's do this. Variable insurance trust. Oh, yeah. This is it right here. Securities lending right here. This is who they lend to. Wells Fargo, National Bank, Nomura Securities, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, UBS Securities. Hold on one second. Reverse repo counterparties. Whoa. No. Show me your peeps, bro. Actually, you know what? I think I did this earlier. Where'd it go? I just made a video on this. This is what we went over earlier, if anyone missed it, by the way. So these are your counterparties here. So we're probably going to name all of them, but I just want to do a quick glance. Okay, that's Federal Home Loan. As far as banks, that's we'll leave right there. Okay, so okay, is UBS on here? No. Not that I see. Hold on. AllianceBernstein, BlackRock, those are all the money market funds right there. Okay, so as far UBS not on there. Virtu. So these are market makers. Yeah, these are market makers. Citigroup Global Markets. Nomura Securities. They're lending to market makers. And that's it. Okay, so just those three. So okay, so this particular fund is lending to market makers. So if we pull up the repo chart now, we can just confirm that we just found this right here, this black box is the borrowers. Nomura is the Citigroups. I'm sorry, the hedge funds right here are the borrowers, and these are your lenders filing the import. Borrowers, lenders. Lenders, borrowers. Think about hedge funds. They can borrow cash and securities and make markets with it. That's literally their job. So that's how you verify securities lending in import filings, is by, they literally tell you right here, securities lending. They're saying all of these right here borrow from Nationwide, which is the insurance company. Which, hold on. Insurance companies. Securities lenders, like you can follow the diagram. Securities lenders go straight to the agent lender, which is Fidelity is an example of that. And then that's where the non-cash collateral gets put here. And any cash collateral gets reinvested into the repo market, which I'll go ahead and delete that. And this. It's just a big vicious circle. Securities dealers here. But then these are securities lenders. So these are dealers. Lenders and dealers. So this is, I mean, that's why this right here is a big deal, because you can verify shit like this with shit like this. It all fits together when you can put the different entities in their positions here. I mean, it says right here, bank. It doesn't say banks. It says bank fucking portfolios. Like, specifically. And if you didn't know, the Bank of New York Mellon clears out of the FICC. That's not fucking conflict of interest. But anyways, you go and you look through here. That was just one thing. This was okay, no, that's just their general. Okay, that's their general borrowers. Okay, and then their individual securities go down further. And I think you can actually just hit Control F and do securities lending, and it should tell you everything. So right here, did any securities lending counterparty provide any non-cash collateral? Yes. Oh, badass. Which one was it? One of these, obviously. Okay, so which one is this one? This is NatWest Markets Securities Incorporated is the counterparty. It's a tri-party. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tri-party repo. Hold on a second. There's only, okay, so if that's a tri-party repo, we go back to the repo diagram. Where's the tri-party repo? Right here, where the Fed is, right? It's the only one the Fed's at, tri-party. So, I mean, dude, Fed's been bailing out everything with our tax dollars. Look at the repurchase rate, 0.05. That's a fucking repo. This, remember, this isn't updated yet because imports come out monthly. Remember, this is February. So this hasn't updated to the 0.30. So this is literally evidence of non-cash collateral in a fucking repo transaction right here. And this one falls particularly as U.S. Treasuries, including strips, which this would be considered a strip. I mean, it says right here, category of investments that most closely represents the collateral selected from among the following asset-backed securities. Like, it can be any of these. Asset-backed, agency collateral mortgage obligations, agency dentures and agency strips, agency mortgage-backed securities, private label collateralized mortgage obligations, corporate debt securities, and then fucking equities. Money market. It can be any of that shit. So that's what I'm saying. They got the whole market running through the repo. Asset type, other. There you fucking go. God damn, it's all right here. It's been here the whole fucking time. Just no one knows how to look at this shit. And then, you keep looking, and then they got more. That's just one out of 23 other funds they got. Let's see what else they got in here. Well, that was like fucking KC. And look, they're doing it. Okay, look, they're fucking lending their own ETFs, nationwide risk-based international equity ETF. Asset type other because it's an ETF. It's one is fair value, and then they're putting them as fair value. The ETFs are the fair value. That's fucking hilarious. That's nuts. This one's on loan. What's this? iShares 20+ year treasury bond ETF. Long. Asset type other. Exchange traded fund. Is the investment restricted? No. Category NA. This is why you see it show up blank on Alphaquery. For example, right here. Oh, whoop. Okay. I guess I didn't return ETFs on that query, but you get what I mean. Where is... I guess I deleted them all. That's funny. Anyways. Back, where was I? God damn it, I have too many things open. Okay. This one has quite a bit out on the loan. And again, it's an ETF. They're lending ETFs through insurance companies to a repo market through money market funds that are embedded in fucking other funds. And now there's animal funds on top of that? That's insanity. All these this is where it gets sketchy. These investment companies, like when a company itself is the counterparty, that's when it gets sketchy. And that's, I mean, think about it, this is just one fund. There's tons of these. And then like the way you can find out, like let's say, do you want to find if KC's in one of these things or whatever? Uh, God, it's very difficult to search this piece of shit website. They shouldn't have that many filings. Yeah, okay, here we go. So this, okay, hold on, let me put in quotes just to make sure. So Kingsoft Cloud should show up in these imports, so we can, I mean, you can go through these and check to see which funds are lending them. If there's any China funds in here, that'd be interesting. That'd be the first thing I'd look for. I know Crane Shares. I know Crane Shares has some China in it. Let's see if they're lending KC. That would be fucking hilarious. I mean, they're negative on the month, so it can't be too good. Did any securities lending counterparty? Let's see if they loaned to anybody first. Okay, no. Oh, that's non-cash collateral. Oh, there's two of them, right? Because Link Holding Limited. Right. Okay. All right, let's see if they okay, they're long on that one. Okay, so they got 128,000 shares in this one of KC. Percentage of the fund is 1%. Issuer type is other, likely because it's an ADR. No, wait, hold on. This is the foreign side. Not a restricted security, category NA. Oh, that was a fucking blank for some reason. There's no cash collateral reinvested. Okay, so that one's nothing. Did they amend it? Uh-oh. This one has securities lending in it. Alright, so the Crane Shares Fund, this is who they lend to. BNP Paribas, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, Barclays. Is Goldman Sachs in here? National Finance Services LLC, UBS AG London branch, Citigroup Global Markets, SG Americas, JP Morgan, Jesus, Goldman Sachs and Co. Baby, right there. Okay. Did any securities lending counterparty provide any non-cash collateral? No. Okay. Well, fuck. Total monthly returns, asset category, commodity contracts. Okay. So let's check out Kingsoft now. 2,859,675 shares in this one, which is 0.7% of the fund. Long payoff profile. Issuer other, likely due to ADR. Not a restricted security. Category NA, and then the rest is blank. No. Oh, so they are lending this shit. They're lending KC right now. Okay, the value of the securities on loan right now is $26,048,763 on loan from KC right now. Let's see if there's any other China in here. Let's do go to. No go to. It may be GSX though. Nope. Okay. Toya? China Tech? Nope. I mean, KC is just special. They're lending that motherfucker. Okay, let's check some other ones. iShares Trust. Oh, that's just that's their schedule of investments. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's take another look at that. There's KC in this apparently. All right, shares value. That's all we get. Hold on, let's look at the breakdown of this fund real quick. Okay, so we have Japan 15.9%. Where's the United States at? United States 25%. Then you got China at 13.6%, and they got Kingsoft, they got Neo, LI Auto. Looks to be about it. China continued Xpeng. This must be their tech fund. Pro shares. Kingsoft Cloud. Balance 719, not a lot. Yeah, that's not big enough to make any difference. iShares Trust again. Maybe they'll have a little bit. 6,000 shares. No, they're gonna have anything. Oh, so okay, hold on. So they have 6,000 shares and they have $106,000 on loan. Okay. Do we get an interest rate on that? Of course we don't. Cayman Islands, man. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? You see this crime, bro? I mean, they're listed in on the Nasdaq and in China, but they're reported in the Cayman Islands, dude, as corporate. That's amazing. First Trust has a lot of crime in it. Kingsoft here. What do they got? Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. 12,467,280 shares. There we go. They have 3% of their entire fund, some KC. Their value looks to be about 1,963,000,000. Is that right? No, I'm sorry, 196 million. Issuer type again, of course, corporate. But hey, this time it says China, not Cayman Islands. So you see how they can just pick and choose wherever the fuck they want to register this shit at? How much is on loan, Dad? None of it? Interesting. They want to keep these shares. Okay, got it. But this is how you basically can look through this shit and like pick this shit apart, like, you know, on a line by line fucking basis. They cannot hide this shit from you. If you know how to find it, you can find it. Oh, you know what we should look at is the fucking Morgan Stanley ones and Goldman Sachs. There we go. That's what we should look at. And you can do this with any stock, not just KC. It'll work with anything. It's so massive. Oh, look at there. Emerging Markets Equity Fund. Huh. Date of fiscal year end. 2022, 8/31. Total assets. Oh, that's quite a bit. I mean, it's so fucking big. Like, load the shit. You can't even load it. There we go, man. Kingsoft Cloud. How many shares you got? 1431. Okay, but they have 1431 and they have 24,710 on loan. Unreal. What else they got in here? Go to. One of these motherfuckers got to have go to. Nope. Fidelity, Salem Street. Oh, I think this is the one that got the exemption from the SEC. I believe. Another emerging markets fund. All right, here's okay. Securities lending borrowers. Goldman was the number one. Balance here is 30,000 shares, and Cayman Islands registered. And of course, there's loan balance. So it looks to me that if they're registered in the Cayman Islands, that's when they have a loan balance. And I'm wondering if they lend out the shares to clear off their books, and move it to Cayman, and then it gets them out of a reporting window maybe or something like that. I mean, there's got to be all kinds of shit like that going on in the market right now. Oh, here's BlackRock's master investment portfolio. And then after this, I'm going to go eat. I'm fucking starving. Come on, Dad. Borrowers: Barclays, Citigroup, Nomura, BNP Paribas, State Street, National Finance, BNP Paribas Securities Corp, Jefferies LLC, UBS, Scotia Capital, SG Americas, Deutsche Bank Securities, JP Morgan, HSBC, Wells Fargo Bank, Goldman Sachs, basically fucking everybody. Credit Suisse, UBS AG, Morgan Stanley, Barclays, Wells Fargo. Holy shit. Asset category: equity contracts. Boom. That's what I want to see. There's a futures right there. Warrant right there. Okay, finally loaded. There's no fucking LEI number? Oh, this is a holding fund. Okay, got it. This is the China version. 3,200 shares. Cayman Islands. And a loan balance. Because I guarantee they don't have that many shares. That's what's reported, and they have more than that to offset their, risk management or whatever. But, yeah. It's there's a lot more to 13Fs than meets the eye. That's for sure. All this shit, you wouldn't be able to get to without first looking at all the 13Fs and shit. But that's it's all connected together, you can go look. Fintel, that's one thing it does good. You can go in here and you can see and go down the rabbit hole. Like we can start with GameStop, right? And we're looking at what companies own GameStop. We go and we look and we go, okay, let's go with IMC Chicago, or let's go with Nuveen ESG Small Cap. Now we're looking at, okay, we know this company is owning GameStop. What else do they own? And then they own all this other shit with GameStop. And then now you can go in here and look at, okay, well, here, I know this big because it's different. It says State Street Navigator Securities Lending Government Money Market Portfolio. That's a fucking repo counterparty. So I click on that, and I'm like, what is the repo counterparty holding that's now in the repo? They're holding all of their own fucking ETFs and money market funds and index funds. And that's the case for everyone. Nuveen holds all Nuveen. BlackRock holds all BlackRock. Fidelity holds all Fidelity. And it's bullshit. That's what's going on. So it's a big interconnected web. I better have fucking recorded this time. Oh my god. We still have 15 minutes. Okay, hold on. I'm not done then. Alright, what else? Yeah, but let me look at this rabbit. Let's just make a little rabbit hole real quick. So we started with GameStop. Let's change this background to something gay. Just kidding. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't really work either, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, GameStop. This is an example. GameStop is owned by Nuveen ESG Small Cap ETF. And it's just one fund. We're just doing this as a little example. Is owned by this company here. Not company, but ETF. No, not owned by, I should say. No, I guess owned by. They own a position. Well, let's do it this way. In the portfolio of Nuveen ETF, which if you look at Nuveen ETF, they have 607 positions, but one that stands out is a repo counterparty. So now you see they own US 857 whatever State Street Navigator. Let's just do this. And this is their portfolio. They own the whole portfolio. Like, this is their money market fund portfolio. 7 million shares of this portfolio, which is likely at $1 a piece because that's their net asset value, because they're a money market fund. Yeah, you see. Okay, look, and this is how you see it. You see how the value here is 1,167,646. And this is pretty damn close here on the institutional shares. Shares match the values because they're $1 each because they're a money market fund. Their net asset value is 1. That's how they operate. So then you know that going back to this, GameStop is in the portfolio of this ETF, which is in the portfolio of this money market fund, which holds all of the other ETFs, man. So it's like, what do you do if they own all of the other ETFs? Like, where do you go from there? Because you know it's all interconnected. So it's insanity. So Nuveen obviously is loaning to, or State Street is obviously getting loans from Nuveen, because there's quite a bit of Nuveen in here. So basically, State Street and Nuveen are in cahoots, right? So you know that. It's insane. And it's a giant web, right? It just keeps going and going. It's all interconnected because crime. And you see it in the fucking diagram. They show you it's all interconnected. It's right here. This is every participant in the market. ETFs, insurance companies, mutual funds, sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, hedge funds, mortgage rights, broker dealers, securities dealers, lending agents, GCF, which is the FICC. You got money market funds, bank portfolios, municipalities, central banks, and reverse repo from the Fed. There's nothing else left, bro. That's fucking everything. That's everything. There's nothing left except quants, but they're too busy. They can't even set appointments lately. Yeah, there's a lot of shit to see out there, man. All this shit. And you see State Street, which says right here, Securities Lending Fund, and then they have all of these ETFs, which they're lending to. It's insane. And then you go into ETFs, and then look at this shit. And then you see HSBC Holdings, Deutsche Bank, bonds, 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 all fucking bonds. It's nuts, bro. Oh, no, okay, hold on. No, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be who holds. So GameStop's in the portfolio of Nuveen ESG ETF, who holds State Street Lending Government Money Market Portfolio shares, who holds all of the State Street, or who holds State Street. No, I did that twice. Fuck, I'm baked. God damn it. Who holds all of the, that's right, Nuveen ETFs. So you see, it already came back full circle one time because we're right back to Nuveen ETFs. And that's where we fucking started after GameStop. And the Nuveen ETF holds all of the big bank corporate bonds. So and then you go in any of these bonds, any of them. I just clicked a fucking random one, and guess what? They hold. Holy shit! What is this? Convertible and income fund, total return fund. Are these like swap funds? What the fuck is this? Oh, these are like bond funds, and then they hold bond funds. Great. It's just that, you know, corporate bonds who. You gotta word it a certain way depending on what the fund is. So sorry if it's confusing. So we got GameStop is in the portfolio of Nuvini SG Small Cap ETF, who holds State Street Lending Government Money Market Portfolio, who holds Nuvini ETF, who holds corporate bonds, which holds bond funds. And not just Nuvini ETFs, a lot of them. So yeah, 13Fs can be tricky, or they could just be like, you know, hey, look, this fucking bank bought this many shares, therefore GameStop goes to the moon tomorrow. You know, either way, whatever works for you. But yeah, that's basically it, bro. I think I got it all, most of it. There's probably more, but that's all I got time for. I think I'm like pretty close. I started a little early, as far as when I started talking. God damn it. I don't think I have 9 more minutes of material to talk about this. So, I'm just going to bang my desk. Just kidding. I'm going to face reveal real quick. Do I have fucking Discord muted again?